What's up, YouTube? RC Bustin' Out over here with another upgrade video, this time on the old Franky, short for Frankenstein, because I put so many darn hybrid parts into this guy. Recently, I had the Traxxas XL5 ESC with the Titan 12-turn motor in there before, but I've upgraded my Rustler, the good old Hot Robin, to a 2200 kV system. So I took her 120 amp Quicrun ESC, dropped it in here, and the 3800 kV motor, and dropped that in there. And of course, I had this high torque servo that, bashing around today, I finally broke the steering hub carrier. And if you can see that, if the camera catches it right, that's hollow right there. Same thing as the little arm that connects to that. A hollow pocket in there, whether that was a defect or just a design on how they made these plastic pieces, just to show you what you can expect with these Chinese special toys. You know, they're cheap for a reason. Yeah, they're better than Walmart off the shelf, but still, by the time you wind up upgrading all the parts to make this car decent, you're spending a lot of money. I did find these guys in aluminum for like about 13 bucks. Takes about a month to ship because coming from China. I did find one local US seller, but they wanted like twice the price, of course, just because you can get it within a few days. But and on a note, I originally put this guy because I didn't want to put the Castle motor, because knowing that the parts in this are not exactly the best in gears and all that, even though I do have metal gears in the differential in the rear and metal gears in the tranny in the front, I didn't want to abuse this thing because I know parts are going to break. So I put this weaker, it's a 10.5 turn, which is about the same 3800 kV, but it's not as potent as that Castle motor. And I was having problems setting up my controller where the motor rotation was backwards. Now I know if I can hold the set button on that, and once it starts blinking, I can squeeze the throttle full at the same time, then hit the button on the top, and that sets my direction. That's all dandy, but the problem was that I was going forward, but my forward now was actually the reverse. So the rotation of the motor was still backwards. So I heard that you can just go ahead and swap a couple wires, and usually either the outer wires, and you can resolve that issue. But the problem I was getting when I did that is just start clicking. It wasn't going anywhere when I moved, try to hit the throttle. So I'm like, okay, so I tested this guy outside. I'm like, let's see if it's just this motor, because this is only 2 poles and it has adjustable timing, so I don't know if it was just a funky setup on this motor. So yeah, I connected this motor outside, and what I didn't realize was that when I tested it outside, I never plugged in the sensor cable. So yeah, I can swap out the 2 outer wires and it would rotate opposite. I'm like, okay, sweet. Put everything inside, connect my sensor cable in, and the same thing happened again. The minute I tried to swap any cables, the thing would just start stuttering. And it dawned on me it was the sensor cable. Apparently, if you swap these guys to reverse the rotation, and you have a sensor cable on there, it will not work. Pull this out, running on sensorless, no problem. I was able to switch and fix the whole problem, and now she runs great. And let me tell you, with this system right here, this thing is an animal. I mean, it will flip over and do 360s in the air if you squeeze the throttle too much. She's an animal. But little by little, I'm just using this guy to bash around until I build my next car, because I bought a chassis, another Traxxas chassis. And here's another part. I'm going to wind up actually replacing the tranny, the front gear tranny, because I know that it's about time. I've already replaced the rear one, but this first one, you can see that slop and how it's bent right there. Unlike this one where it's nice and straight. So it's only a matter of time before this box starts failing. I know I can get another one for like 16 and change. And that does have metal gears inside. So I'll probably pick that up and get the aluminum hub carriers, or the steering hub carriers, and probably get some quality bushings, bearings to go with it too. So I'll keep you guys updated, but she's fun to drive, when she's working and I'm not breaking things. But just using her as a experimental toy to play with and modify and do whatnot just for fun, because you need something to have fun with aside of your speed car and a good bashing car. Just something to mess with, and this is what this has become, just a little mess around project and bashing around and then see what you break next, because I feel like every time I change something on this, shortly after I upgrade it, I break something else. So it is what it is. It's something fun to play with. But any questions on any of this and how I made this upgrade, just please leave them down in the comment below and I will get back to you. Alrighty, take it easy, guys. Peace.